Hey gang, Kai here from Exped, and I've got our Thunder backpack, and I want to show you the details of the pack bag in this video. Make sure you take a look at our video on fit, a separate video, and also go look at our video on the overview of the pack, why the pack exists and who it's for. So in this one we want to go over the details, so let's jump right in. Thunder comes in 50 and 70 liter versions, and men's and women's in both of those sizes. And all of what I'm going to talk about here applies to each of those packs. So Thunder starts off with a top pocket, and there are two access points to the top pocket. There's a zipper here, as you might expect, with a fairly large top pocket there. And bear in mind that there are attachment points on the top, 4 of them, so that with accessory straps you could add, stack things up should you need to put clothing or wet clothing or something, who knows what, on top of that. The top pocket is attached by straps here, and one that's kind of internal that I'll show you in a second, and 2 straps in front. Now the straps in front, if Ted will come in just a little bit with the camera, I want to show you how that works. And we use these little rapide hooks all in multiple places on the pack. And we call them rapide hooks because they're very quick and very secure and very tough. They don't break down and they don't have the shattering that you can have in a fast X buckle. So we've removed those wherever we can. So let's take a look at what's on the inside of this guy. So you have this second pocket just on the inside, so you can put a wallet, any number of things that you're not going to get during the day. So you can see this attachment point here, which is the 3rd attachment point along the back of the top pocket. That guy is attached here to this strap that secures the load internally here. Against the top, and it also gives you the ability to put gear underneath the top flap, the top pocket, but make sure that it's secure. So especially in steep terrain where you take the top pocket off and something could just fall out and take a ride. So that's important. A nice top shroud that is water resistant. It's not a waterproof top shroud, but you can pull it nice and tight. And it gives you that ability then to extend your load, and that's the other thing about this top flap, top pocket. With these adjustments, the center and these 2, you can ride that up and extend that load to be really quite big. So that's the top of the pack. Now, as we move down, I'm going to readjust, I'm going to reattach these guys. As we go down, you'll see that there's a daisy chain here and here. So depending on what you're trying to attach to the outside of the pack, you can do it. You'll see that there are 2 ice axe loops. And one little detail I want to make sure you're aware of, right there, and there's another one just on the inside here. There's a little slit. And what that's for is you take your trekking pole, the tip of the trekking pole can push through that, and then you can attach it with the loop attachment here to the daisy chain. So you can do that very secure way to carry a trekking pole or a pair of trekking poles. You'll also notice that there's a flap here of stretch material between these guys right here, between the daisy chains. This gives you the ability to put, snacks or a jacket, any number of things, and it's very easy to access it or have your hiking partner access it. That's also true on the side of the pack. You've got stretch pockets on both the left and the right side down low. And I should say, on each of the hip belt wings, you've got a zippered stretch pocket. So when you consider the top pocket, the hip belt pockets, the outer pocket, and the 2 stretch side pockets, you've got a lot of organizational capability, all quickly accessed. Now, a couple of little details. I said that we use the rapide hooks, and we do that on these compression straps on the sides as well. I want to show you some variations that you can use depending on what you're putting in this lower pocket. You can have the compression strap go on the outside if what you need to do is to put skis on, that sort of thing. Now I'm going to flip the pack around and show you how we've done it on this side. The pocket has little openings here and here so that you can make that strap disappear inside. And that's used if you're putting a water bottle in here and you want to be able to get it in and out really easily. So you have that variation. Now, the last thing, before I forget, the bottom of the pack, just like the very top pocket, has 4 attachment points. So if you wanted to put a foam pad on the bottom or some such light item, you can do that with accessory straps. And then one thing that I forgot to mention, there are a lot of things on Thunder, little details. Something I think you should be aware of, and if Ted will bring that camera right in, I want to show you this. To make sure that you've got enough strap so that you can put something big on, we need to provide you with a long accessory strap. But on most packs, this stuff, when you're using it in a shorter mode, just flaps in the wind, and that's particularly nasty in the wind hitting your face. It's a pet peeve of mine, and we've addressed that quite nicely by using what we call Velcro tidies. And the tidies are simply hook and loop or Velcro. It's where you can shorten that strap up to where you want it very easily. Now the other thing you can do is reattach that guy to the other end of the strap there. So you can still adjust it, but it's not flapping. So there are a variety of ways to use the tidies. One thing we want to make you aware of is that when it comes from our factory, they're all nice and tight right up against the hook. First thing you want to do is go loosen those up. That'll make your life easy. Now lastly, but certainly not least, is a feature that's a bit hidden so far, and I want to show you that. There really are 3 ways to access Thunder. One is, like we talked about, as a top loader. So you can use it just as a top loader if you want. You also have a zipper here and on the other side. And to access that, simply remove that guy, and you have zippered access to the main compartment. So it's really a side loader as well as a top loader. We'll put that guy back, right like so. And lastly, it's also a panel loader. And that's done like this. Top flap, this piece of Velcro, and I'm going to remove that again. And I'll do that on the other side. So now you have a panel loader. You can access the entire main compartment of the pack when you're loading, unloading at camp. So Thunder really is very much full-featured, but bear in mind it's still a very lightweight pack. It'll carry a lot of load, and you have access to it in multiple ways. So that is Thunder, and we'll see you out on the trail.